just wanted to update you guys on some things. You guys all know I was in a car wreck and my car was totaled. Luckily, like I said, it wasn't my fault, but I've been out of car. I've been basically riding around in a Kia Soul. I love that car so much, and for the price, the gas mileage, and the space that you get in it, I was like, I have to have one. So that brings us to this guy. Well, right now I have the bike in there. I just took my daughter to school in the morning, but now I got the bike in there. Like, essentially you just take the front tire off and you just put it in, put both seats down. I've actually been able to have the car seat in here in the middle with one seat down and have the bike in there with no tires. So in theory, I've been able to fit the bike and my daughter in here and a bunch of stuff. So essentially, this is my new car, way better for mountain bike riding. This car is way more like rugged than you would actually like think. This thing goes through anything. It has good power and everything for my needs and everything like that. I'm just so stoked on this car. Going from that FRS, that little tiny car, that struggle, it was so cool, it was pretty and everything, but this is just so practical, especially for my needs now. Okay, so FedEx arrived today. I contacted my boys at 1UP USA and they hooked me up. I said, hey, look, I got a new car. I want to get rid of the wobble. And they saw the videos that I did and they were like, dude, here you go. Just want to help you out. Thank you guys for, they thank me for doing the videos and stuff like that. So, and I got this package and I'll show you what's inside. All right guys, so they sent me the 1 1/4 inch receiver for my bike rack. So basically I gotta go take the 1UP USA bike rack that I have now and switch this guy out. I gotta swap out the 2-inch one that I have and put this on so that it'll fit perfectly snugly without any wobble. So the mission today is to get this thing, to get that receiver onto the hitch that I currently have, or get them swapped out and get the thing rolling, because I'm sick and tired of putting my bike in here like so. So, you know. All right, so we're at my friend's house right now and we got a little setup going. So it's actually gonna be metric, right? Is that what we're doing, metric?
It doesn't matter, it's one socket, it's a 3/4.
3/4 socket. All right, so what we're doing today is definitely not recommended. We're just doing what we gotta do. So anything we're doing today is not recommended by 1UP USA. This is just how we're doing it, and I'm not liable for any way you destroy your stuff. First thing we've concocted, we got some electrical wire and we like twisted it to hold this like spring back, and now we're gonna take this stuff off. Oh shoot, hold up. So it wasn't hard, was it?
No, that one was fine.
Good loss. Here. So these shims were right up against this guy right here, and they just come right off. All right guys, so the one they sent me actually comes with shims already, so these can just be like tossed away and stuff. So perfect. Yo!
Now wait a minute.
What's up?
Did we get it right?
I hope so. Oh wait, did we put it in backwards?
Can
we put it in backwards.
Put it in backwards?
Yeah, it's supposed to go the other way.
Alright.
Alright, cool. So we use the shim. Heck yeah.
That was a quick swap.
We did it. So it's dark right now. I'm not gonna put the bike on right now, so let's switch to the morning. What's up guys? So now I'm here outside standing behind my new car. If you guys haven't heard about it, I'm pretty sure I already told you earlier in this video, but my other car was in a wreck. This is my new car, so we just installed a hitch so we can now put on the 1UP USA rack. Like I said, my previous car wobbled, the hitch wobbled because I had to put on the adapter. So 1UP USA sent me the adapter for the 1 1/4 inch, so hopefully it won't wiggle anymore. So let's see if it'll actually go on. And real quick, if you hear a little one in the background, there she is. There's my little girl out here with me today. You can give me a kiss. She's so beautiful. So we're gonna go put this guy on right now. We're gonna see if it fits, and then we're gonna put the bike on, and we're gonna see if we can eliminate the wiggle. One of the things I was worried about with this car, it's a Kia Soul, is when I put it on the rack, is the handlebar is gonna hit the window, because it does, the hitch looks pretty like far under here. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So let's go get the hitch on. So here's the hitch right here. I cleaned it all up. This thing is super, I can't believe how nice it cleaned up. After I put it on and everything's good, I'm gonna share with you the 3 reasons why I believe the 1UP USA bike rack is the best bike rack on the market. Alright guys, so if you don't know, basically this thing secures in here by this little ball. So there's a little mechanism, little Allen key that goes in here, and that ball snugs up into the hitch and secures it. So it doesn't have like a pin that secures it in or whatever that usually you're left with some wobble. This tries to eliminate all the wobble by basically snugging it in there. That pin comes out, that little ball comes out really hard. Alright guys, so here's the little Allen key that goes in. Alright guys, so right now I'm really concerned that this thing is not gonna like allow me to put both my bikes on. I might have to use like an extender or something to push it out more, because I think when I put on my bike, the handlebar is gonna be too like on the window. So let's see what happens. Alright guys, so I'm a little relieved and disappointed at the same time. Well, it's on there. It's good, I guess, but problem is there's some wobble here, and I could see you driving. If I hit something hard enough, it's gonna go BAM! Because let's see, I can go right on there. I can push it. That's what it took to basically hit it. So I'm kind of concerned about that with this car. So what I could do is just tie like a towel here with some rubber bands so that if it did hit, it would just hit the towel. So not really a big deal. Alright guys, so the 3 reasons why I believe this rack is the most, like, is in my opinion, one of the best bike racks on the market is number 1, its durability. When I got the new piece that 1UP sent me for this hitch to convert it, that thing was like, oh my gosh, this thing is super clean. I was wondering if the metal had faded and everything like that on mine, but it hadn't. I just cleaned it real well, and now it completely matches with the new one they sent me. I've left this thing out in water, rain, mud. I've had this thing on here for like 3 months straight one time, outside through all the crazy wind, weather, rain in Texas, and no rust or anything. The only rust that I've actually found on this thing was the actual hitch like block or receiver, the part that goes into the hitch. This is the only place I found any surface rust or anything like that, which is, you can see, could be cleaned up fairly simply, fairly easy. And the second reason why this rack is freaking awesome is that it is hassle free. People like trip out all the time. I get back from the trail and they're like, well, you gotta put your bike up. Yeah, I'll put the bikes up right now. Boop, 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 done. And they're like, well, don't you gotta lock it down? Don't you gotta do something? I'm like, no, it is done. I'll demonstrate. Man, that was such the longest ride of my life. I'm so dying right now. Oh my gosh, I gotta put the bike on the bike rack. What the crap? Oh my gosh, so much work. All done. So the 3rd reason why this is my favorite rack on the market is because it's made in the USA. If you watch the channel, you know how much I love stuff that is made in the USA. Support our country, all that stuff. You know I'm all about that. And these guys are obviously all about that because they're not afraid to show how patriotic they actually are. They got the red, white, and blue all integrated into the rack. So I've had this rack for literally over a year now, and it has been, this is like a year of having it. Still love it, still freaking just can't get enough of it. One of the things you guys might be wondering is like, what do we do about locks? Well, when it comes to locks, you can buy these little metal skewers that'll go in these actual holes right here, and you can lock it both ends in. You could use just a regular chain that you can just kind of weave throughout the rack and stuff like that. So there's multiple ways to lock the bike and to feel a little bit secure if you ever want to get a bite to eat in the parking lot. So the other thing, guys, keep in mind, if you enjoy the channel, you want to support the channel, definitely click my links in the description from Worldwide Cyclery. It helps out a ton. So that's cool. And also Patreon, guys. Patreon's super important. I'm trying to get, my goal is to get 100 patrons this year, by the end of this year. So if you guys can help me out in that, I can keep the videos coming, I can keep it making monetary sense, can keep it makes monetary sense to keep this thing going, you know, for the family and everything like that, because time is money. I love doing this with you guys, but ultimately I gotta make sure my family gets fed and they're taken care of. So guys, it's Tony with NTB Dropping. Don't forget to stay strong, keep pedaling, guys. If you don't know what we're about, go check out my Patreon page. You can actually see what this whole channel is about. There's a purpose built into this whole thing. So guys, thank you for watching. This is Tony with NTB Dropping. Stay strong, keep pedaling, guys. I'm dropping out. I'm about to go play with that little baby girl.